If you're a high performer, meditation might be the reason you're feeling burned out, not because it doesn't work, because it's helping you tolerate a life that's misaligned. You meditate, feel calmer, more regulated, more in control. And then you go right back to overworking, overcommitting, overfunctioning. Nothing actually changes. You're not transforming. You're recovering just enough to keep repeating the same old pattern. Let me show you what's really happening. I meditated for years. I mean, really meditated. I studied with Indian teachers, legit lineage holders, people who had given their entire lives to these practices. I did the client retreats, the breath work, the hours of sitting on a cushion. I'm a Cancerian, and I have an Aquarius moon with a Capricorn rising, which means that I felt everything intensely. I analyzed it to death, and then I beat myself up for not being further along the meditation. Well, I felt calmer, more grounded, like I had some control over my crazy brain that never stopped. Here's what I didn't see for a long time. I was using meditation to survive a life that was slowly killing me. The overworking didn't stop. The people pleasing didn't stop. The feelings like I had to hold everything together, that didn't stop. I just got better at tolerating it. And I thought that was healing. Well, here's the mistake, and almost every high performer makes it. You use meditation to feel better, not to see clearly. You sit, you breathe, you calm down, and then you go right back to the same job that's draining you, the same relationships that exhaust you, the same patterns that got you here in the first place. You meditate again, better again, and you go back to the chaos again. Round and around we go. Nothing changes. Why? Because meditation brings down the heat. It doesn't turn off the stove. You're treating the symptoms, not the source. It's the pattern, that way of being that's been running your life since way before you downloaded Headspace. If your pattern is pressure, this belief that everything falls apart without you, well, you'll use meditation to handle more pressure. And you'll discover just enough to take on even more. And if your pattern is disconnection, staying in your head, never really letting people in, you'll use meditation to feel peaceful in your isolation. We call that introversion, but it's actually protection. And if your pattern is performance, this need to be the best, you prove yourself constantly, you'll turn meditation into another thing to optimize, another way to win. And the meditation isn't fixing the pattern, it's fueling it. I had this client, brilliant woman, ran a 9-figure company, meditated every single morning for 12 years. And she came to me exhausted, not burned out in the way I need a vacation way, but burned out in I don't know who I am anymore way. And I asked her what meditation did for her. She paused. And then she said, well, it helps me reset so that I can handle everything that's coming. Handle? Not question, not change, handle. She was using meditation to recover from a life that she had never once examined. The pattern underneath? Well, she believed that she had to earn rest. She didn't deserve stillness unless she had completely emptied herself first. So she would work until she had nothing left, meditate to fill back up, and then empty herself all over again. The meditation wasn't showing her this, it was hiding it from her, helping her survive in a pattern she didn't even know she was running from. Meditation is a tool, a beautiful one, but tools don't create awareness. And you can hammer the nail for years without ever asking yourself why you're building the same damn house. And what creates shift is seeing the pattern, the belief underneath the behavior, the story that's been writing your life without your permission. That voice that says, rest is lazy, needing help is weak, your worth is your output. And when you see that, really see that, something cracks open. Not because you meditated harder, but because you finally understood what you were meditating. And I remember the moment it happened for me. I was meditating, feeling peaceful, actually proud of myself for showing up. And this thought floated through me. Good. Now you've earned it. I had earned the rest. Even my meditation had become a transaction. Sit still for 10 minutes and you deserve to exist. That thought didn't come from my meditation. It came from finally seeing what the meditation had been covering up. I'm not telling you to stop meditating. Please don't hear that. Meditation is extremely valuable. The regulation matters, the stillness matters. But if you're meditating and still stuck in the same cycles, still overworking, overgiving, and still feeling like you can't stop even when you're exhausted, the meditation isn't the problem. It's not the solution either. There's something underneath. And that pattern that you can't see because you're living inside it. And until you see it, you're going to keep using every tool you find, meditation, therapy, journaling, all of it, to manage what you should be examining. And the question isn't, am I meditating enough? The question is, what am I using meditation to avoid? What feeling am I regulating away? What truth am I not ready to face? And what pattern am I surviving instead of changing? So high performers are amazing at tools. And that's part of what makes you successful. You find what works, you implement it, you get results. But sometimes that same ability keeps you from seeing what the tool is actually doing. So meditation can be a doorway, or it can be another way to manage symptoms while the structure stays exactly the same. Then the difference isn't the practice. It's whether you're willing to look underneath it, to get honest about what's really driving you, to see the pattern that's been shaping your work, your relationships, your sense of worth since before you had words for it. And that's where real change happens, not in the meditation, in the seeing. So if you're meditating, but still running in those same cycles, there's a pattern underneath, something you can't see because you're too close to it. And I created this free quiz. It's called the Hidden Pattern Quiz. So it takes about 3 minutes, and it'll show you the specific pattern that's been quietly running your decisions, your relationships, your sense of rest, since your childhood. Most people are surprised by what they find. So the link is right below in the description. So I really want to thank you for being here and for questioning things everyone else takes for granted. And that willingness to look deeper, well, that's where everything changes. So I look forward to seeing you next week in the next video.